Well, we're live. I'll wait for some people to come in. Unless you're in PK, it will be good to see whilst people come in who you think I'm going to be talking about. I've sort of given you a clue with the Texas Penal Code shown. Hopefully the audio is good. Not Cody, I'm afraid. Pretend activist. So we're just guessing who I'm going to be talking about whilst people come in. Well, I know you know. I'll say hello. Internet God, Matthew. Obviously, Pretend Activist had a guest. Dubious Feline. Taco and Yoshi. Alex 09. Cliff Higson. Popluck. Arrowslinger. Alan Killian. Angel for Animals. PJCOK. Right, I think we've got enough. You're with me. So let's start with the penal code. So, the charge that I'm about to tell you someone has got is obstruction or retaliation. And I've looked that up, and I believe it's 36.06. Let's read it. A person commits an offence if the person intentionally or knowingly harms or threatens to harm another by an unlawful act. 1. In retaliation for or on account of the service or status of another as a public servant, witness, or informant, or B. Person who is reported or whom the actor knows intends to report the occurrence of a crime. So we've got a slightly different one here. 2, to prevent or delay the service of another as a, in brackets, A, public servant, witness, prospective witness, or informant. B, person who is reported who the actor knows intends to report the occurrence of a crime. I haven't told you yet who we're talking about. We are in Texas. A-1. A person commits an offence if the person posts on a publicly accessible website the resident address or telephone number of an individual the actor knows is a public servant or a member of a public servant's family or household with intent to cause harm or a threat of harm to the individual or a member of the individual's family or household in retaliation for or on account of the service of or status of the individual as a public service. We do have someone who has made a guess. I'll finish reading the statute, so I'm at B on that one. But let's have a look. So, guess you all recognise this guy. Austin Lewis. And no one's told you about it. The auditors haven't got it out there. Obviously, no one else has, but you'd expect PK to almost get the first on every arrest, which is why you should subscribe here. So that says unserved bond condition hold. Obviously 27 years old, poor Austin. But we then go and we see that it now says obstruct retaliation. He's still 27 years old and 6'1". So, on to the next one. And this will tell us when he was arrested. So this was on the 18th. We're now all on the 21st, I think. Well, some might be on the 22nd already, but most of us are on the 21st. So 3 days ago. Look at that guy. He doesn't look happy, does he? He doesn't look happy. And we have obstruct, retaliation, felony. Lewis Austin Tyler, he was arrested on charge of obstruct, retaliation at 601 54th Street, Galveston, Texas on 18th of September at 6:32. Right, on to the next one. He has managed to bond out. It's probably on the next one that the bond was 40,000, but the bond was 40,000. So he was booked on the 18th at 8:05, so 1.5 hours after his arrest. And he was released the following day at 3:18 p.m. So just under a day he's spent in custody. Great. Now, my thumbnail, which I didn't, and just bear with me one sec because I will bring up the thumbnail. Sorry, there's one other picture that I want you to see before I go into the case. And it was the thumbnail. Open with Google Chrome. Right. Oh, that's the wrong one. Open with Google Chrome. That's the one. Oh, did I no, I can't do that, can I? That doesn't show the felony, but that's the 40,000, as you can see. Let me just I'm going to look at the thumbnail because there is some personal information on that. So that that thumbnail is taken from is when he appeared before the magistrate, and we see that it was obstruction or retaliation felony. It says warrant, Galveston County. There was no affidavit attached, and the case is showing as pre-indictment, but the bond was $40,000. But I can't show the rest of that document. There's nothing else on there apart from the bond amount of 40,000. There's the date of birth on there, and we know that. So back here. So this is the case. So you had financial questionnaire, order of determination, written admonition or ineligibility to possess firearm ammo. Additional bond conditions. We have got the document on the written admission in ineligibility to possess firearms ammo. The interesting one I noticed, is it on the screen? Let me just check. Is the pauper's oath. He's saying he is a pauper, which, well, how can he be a pauper with the amount of money that he makes on YouTube? Not just the ad money, but the donation money as well. He is no pauper. Another one cheating the system. Probably. Right, on to the firearm admonition. I might just have to move that window not that window slightly over to get it. There we go. So this is the case. I don't believe his date of birth is on here. Ah, did it move again? Why did it move? There we go. So, in accordance with Texas Administrative Code 176.1, the court hereby admonishes you of the following. You are, by entry of order or judgment, ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Beginning now, if you possess a firearm or ammunition, it could lead to charges against you. I won't read the rest of that. And a firearm means any device designed, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using the energy generated by an explosion or burning substance, or any device readily convertible to that use. So he is ineligible for firearms at the moment. Right, back to the statute. I did get down to A, so we'll read the B section. In this section, 1. Honorably retired peace officer means a peace officer who A. did not retire in lieu of any disciplinary action, B. was eligible to retire from a law enforcement agency, or was ineligible to retire only as a result of an injury received in the course of the officer's employment with the agency. C. is entitled to receive a pension or annuity for service as a law enforcement officer, or is not entitled to receive a pension or annuity only because the law enforcement agency that employed the officer does not offer a pension or annuity to its employees. 2. Informant means a person who has communicated information to the government in connection with any governmental function. 3. Public servant has the meaning assigned by section 1.07, except that the term also includes an honorably retired peace officer. So that gives us some idea of who he retaliated or obstructed, but we don't know the details. There is no video being released. Right, an offence under this section is a felony of the 3rd degree, except that the offence is a felony of the 2nd degree if 1. the victim of the offence was harmed or threatened because of the victim's service or status as a juror. I suspect it's not that one. 2. the actor's conduct is described by section A1 and results in the bodily injury of a public servant or a member of a public servant's family or household. So, probably not. So we're probably looking at 3rd degree rather than 2nd degree. For purposes of subsection A1, it's prima facie evidence of the intent to cause harm or a threat of harm to an individual the person knows as a public servant or a member of a public servant's family or household if the actor, 1. receives a written demand from the individual to not disclose the address or telephone number for reasons of safety, and 2. either fails to remove the address or telephone number from the publicly accessible website within a period of 48 hours after receiving the demand, or B. reposts the address or telephone number on the same or a different publicly accessible website, or makes the information publicly available through another medium within a period of 4 years after receiving the demand, regardless of whether the individual is no longer a public servant. So we can only surmise at what he might have done, because that's what's covered by the statute obstruction or retaliation 33.06. So let's finish with the picture of Austin Lewis, the arrest you weren't told about, 18th of September. He isn't in jail at the moment, but he was on 40,000 bond, which probably means that 4,000 bond was used to bond him out. Another waste of $4,000 probably. I'll just have a quick look through 3rd degree felony. Thanks, Alex. 3rd degree felony. So it's not the one that the more serious of the two of the charges there. So, but 3rd degree felony, good. The address of his address is the same as the sheriff's office. Yeah, he may have been there. Who knows? I'll just have a quick look through, back through chat. Obviously, I can't bring you any video because there is no video, but those are the details of Austin Lewis. I was going to go on and talk about for public safety's civil case, together with a little, we know Casey Van Neville has filed some federal case. Maybe I'll do one a bit later. For elevator safety. This is unconstitutional. He has a right to bear arms, and no law can be enacted to restrict that right. I guess the FAFO couldn't happen to a nicer guy. No, I think, hopefully this experience will temper Austin. I mean, he can't do this for the rest of his life, can he? Well, maybe he can. Maybe there are enough stupid people out there who will send him videos, but send him money, but who knows? Anyway, thanks all for coming in. I've still got to finish sorting out my Google form for the frog tadpoles, but when I've done that, I'll come back in. Yeah, and watch those channels on the anti-auditor side that are buying subs. You should be able to spot them easily. I didn't put that up by mistake. Did I? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to put that one up. Yeah, anyway. For some reason, anti-auditor channels are buying subs. I don't get it. It's, to my mind, it's stupid. What's the point? All they're doing is they're trying to make more money from you watchers. Be careful of that. That's all I'll say. There are some people, I think, who are deserving of donations, but there are others that aren't.